Running back brought down in the backfield, pressured by number 9, prime time, Deion Harris.
All right, Eagle fans, so sorry for the delay. We're having a spotty at best Wi-Fi. I wouldn't even call it Wi-Fi, but we have no coverage here on the press box, so we finally have had some trouble, and we're up and running. So we're going to try to get this game going here for you. We'll recap in just a minute. We're going to hand off to Greenwood on the right side. Nice block, Preston Daniel. If you're at home, obviously, you're listening to this or on the road, Eagles started off the game, drove it right down their throat. About 70 yards for a touchdown, 7-0. We kicked off, held Houston on the 1-yard line. They ran 2 plays, went 95 yards, Lincoln Perry for a touchdown. We've now drove the ball back down the field on about the 25 of Houston. We fumbled. They recovered, took it back all the way to their end for a touchdown. So now the score, 12-7 Houston. Arthur pass a little bit low, looking for Preston Daniel.
That's the first hold by either side. This could be the first punt of the game. You got 25 seconds left in the first quarter. The Eagles went down and scored. Houston went down and scored. Eagles went down to the 15-yard line, fumbled. Houston goes down and scored. Now this is the first punt. Be a hard punt to handle. Good stick, good coverage by the Eagles. Houston will take over on the 26-yard line, their own 26. There's a host of Eagles in on that tackle. Good job by Evan kicking the ball away from the returner. Houston clearly has some skilled return guys. Already seen that, some skilled guys in the backfield. Running backs, also big, tall, number 1, big, tall wide receiver. Good athlete.
All right, Britton, I hope we're there. Man, I'm sweating trying to figure this out. Brandon, you should be live if you're on the sideline.
Yeah, I know, but as we watch this play unfold, the carry a couple yards there for the Houston Mustangs. My first hit over here on the sideline got some unfortunate bad news. Again, for the folks that weren't able to see, Carson Gagnon got rolled up on his right ankle on our second possession, and he has not been on the field since. Came off the field in some agony, and no secret right now of his status. His shoulder pads are off, right ankle is on ice. And so his return not looking good at this moment. It looks like ECS is prepared to carry on this game without number 9.
All right, appreciate it, Brandon. Well, immediately Tucker White came in the game at that corner position, and they went right after him. He had an outstanding defensive play, knocked down to prevent the score. Houston subsequently came back to score, but not on that play. So we're going to catch everybody up, 12-7. ECS dominant in the run game tonight. Hatcher's thrown a few passes, incomplete. A couple, he did hit Austin Hill on a nice flat route in that second series.
For a first down.
For a first down, that's right. So we're back up. We're going to get the scores up and running here. Hang on just a second. Sorry we couldn't bring in the pregame show to you. Like I said, just could not get the we're total Wi-Fi tonight, and that sometimes, as you know, can be spotty at best. All right, that was a timeout. That was a strategic financial timeout.
I'm still texting people, letting them know that it's up. I've received so many texts asking. Sorry about that.
Quick pitch to Perry. Nice play by Peter Nern. Comes up. Agapos will eventually get him down on about the 33-yard line.
Taking the pitch out of the backfield, number 4, Lincoln Perry.
It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 3, maybe 4. 3rd and 3.5, big third down here.
Last third down, we jumped off sides, gave him the first down, and that kind of let the series continue for Houston, which then led to a score. So definitely can't hurt ourselves with penalties tonight. Perry off that right side. Boy, nice stick by Peter Nern coming up from the safety position. He was held up by the interior lineman.
The flag on the play, where it went down, it looks like it'll be a hold against the Mustangs. It is. It's a hold against the Mustangs. So it'll be a
nice break.
Long, it would have been 4th down and about 3.
Yeah.
Not so sure I wouldn't just take the ball.
I think we'll take the penalty, don't you think, Britton?
Yeah, we did. There was a little bit of debate, though.
All right, that'll back them up 3rd and 13, 10:55 to go in this quarter. They're going to look deep once again. He's out of bounds. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, they had a heads-up play by that quarterback in the last touchdown for the Mustangs. It reminded me of a Danny Werfel. Wasn't it Danny that went down? Was it? No, it was Tebow, Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Right, went down, acting like he was going to run it, pulled up about a foot behind the line of scrimmage. It was a legal pass, and passed it downfield about 25 yards, which was one play later. They went in for their second score. Now, Houston missed the extra point both times. The second time, I think they went for 2 to try to tie it back up. Halftime tonight, we're going to have Mr. Jones, Robert Jones, Bible teacher at ECS. Stick around for that interview. Bad snap. It's a bad snap. Ball hit the ground. Punter did a good job really handling that ball and getting it off. The Eagles are going to take over right at midfield with 10:35 left in the second quarter. Scoreboard says first quarter. Threw me up for a second. It's the second quarter.
Yeah, second quarter, right.
I knew it couldn't be the first quarter.
Yeah, I know. Flashlight. As they say, Britton, I'm a little discombobulated.
Yeah, I'll just say I was standing here watching you, Clayton, while you're trying to get all that back on. I know why you were sweating. I was just watching. Jalen on the left side breaks free. It's going to be a first down.
Yeah, nice 11-yard pickup by Greenwood off the left side.
Yeah, once again, Clayton, we've talked about it, but Jalen, it looks like there's no hole, and next thing you know, Jalen busts right through there, breaks through 2 Houston defenders. I mean, they really played this ball well.
Yeah, just a great job of blocking off the left side of the line there. Greenwood made the most of it. Kind of found a crease, pick up to 11.
I'll tell you something else he did that was good, Clayton. He saw the stick and he went for it.
He did. He accelerated.
He accelerated, and he went towards that stick to get the first down. That's a heads-up play on his part. He knew what he needed to get that first down.
He's looking ahead. He's looking 3 or 4 yards ahead. He's not looking where he is right now. Definitely wants to go where he's looking.
You know, Clayton, we didn't get to talk about it in pregame because we weren't up. But both these teams 3-0 coming into this battle. And honestly, I don't think either team really knows what they have. I mean, they both are good football teams, clearly. But how good is the question? Yeah, both teams have won big every contest. It's not even been close for Eagles or for Houston.
Well, I had a guy ask me at Houston. I'm not sure who he was with. If he was, I doubt he was the football team, but I'll get back to that in 1 second. We're going to flip Hill and Daniel to this right side. This has been a really good stretch play for us. Greenwood finds a crease again. He'll pick up 7, maybe 8 on the play. As you can hear in the background, you hear the Houston coaches here. They've been chanting hold all night long. They may want to give them a rip.
17, I can't read my own writing. They beat Central 48-13. They beat Bolton 45-0. So clearly a team that can put points on the board. The Eagles, of course, against CPA 30-6, beat SBA 42-7, and then Harding 37-0. And you know, again, I think neither team really knows what they're working with, how good they are.
Boy, nice, man! What a gut play right up the middle. Greenwood. He's carrying the load tonight. That's a pickup of probably Britton another 12.
That's a Sean Wilkins State Farm first down. That's the second or third one of this drive.
Absolutely.
We're a little behind on our sponsors too. Sorry, guys. And gals, I should say.
.906, second quarter, 12-7. The Mustangs up. Mustangs 3-0. Anyway, back to the guy. Gentleman asked me, hey, are you guys any good for private school, or are you guys any good for big school? I just said, we'll see.
We'll find out.
We'll see.
Well, I've been impressed.
Boy, nice hook by Austin Hill. Get to the outside. Boy, just may have had a cut up. Stevens
may have had a cut up. Boy, it's hard to take that. We've talked about it. It's hard to take that cut up.
Well, Stevens was holding his ground. Jack Stevens, number 11, he had him there, just waiting for Greenwood to make a cut off of him. And
well,
I mean, he had maybe a little crease.
He had a little crease if he'd gone upfield. But, you know, you were a quarterback. I was a tailback in high school, and you know, you see green grass outside. You always want to run outside, and we've been impressed. We talked about it, that Jalen, a great speed, a guy who wants to turn the end because he knows if he turns the end, he's good.
Yeah.
Then,
boy, Greenwood, nice hole on the left side. They're probably going to get a hold on us, aren't they?
Yeah, so Jalen, you know, it's tempting for him to want to get around the end because you see that green grass and you want to get there. So it is a penalty on the Eagles. Turn a first down into a backup of about
Brandon. Little update from our sideline. Lincoln Perry's got his right ankle taped himself, kind of trying to jog it off here. So I'm sure that may factor into the game a little bit.
Well, that's their great running back. He is a Division I type of running back. He's already got some Division I AA offers. So if he was maybe a hair faster and just a hair taller, he'd probably be. They wouldn't be 1 AA. They'd be just D1.
Little bootleg. See who we got. Oh, Preston Daniel. Get in the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Preston Daniel. Great pass, Jacob Hatcher.
Wow. Well, you know, Eagles have been running so well all night. That great play action. They sold it, and Houston sucked in on it. You know, we talked about it. Well, we didn't talk about it. You and I talked about it before the game. But Houston, a very aggressive blitzing defense. So, you know, I played under Jolie Dunn in college, and it was a very aggressive blitzing defense. The same thing under Tim Rose. And go ahead, Clayton.
Kick is up and good. Stuckey, that's 14-12. Eagles on top. Wood, Britton.
That's two extra points is a big deal.
Oh,
they missed the first one, went for 2, missed it the second time. But I was just talking about those aggressive blitzing style defenses. When they work, they just smother you.
Yes.
I mean, they just crush you. But if you play that aggressive, if you get just 1 or 2 breaks or 1 or 2 holes, because everybody's blitzing, that second line, which is usually there for the 5-yard stop,
Absolutely.
they're not there. It's a 10-yard stop because your safeties and DBs are coming up making that play.
That was our bread and butter. Run. I mean, play action pass. Nobody was on Hatcher. Hatcher went. He had 3 guys. He just knocked them down. Covered. Daniel open.
Wide open.
Yeah.
Preston Daniel's a big target, too.
He is. So great job by Hatcher. Great job by the line selling the run to give Hatcher the time to find the open receiver. Well, we knew that Carson Gagnon would be targeted tonight. We didn't know he's losing.
Yeah, losing Carson is huge
Yeah.
advantage for the Mustangs. You know, it sounds like it's something that he'll be able to be back from next week, maybe 2 weeks. Depends on how bad that sounds. Like it's a high ankle sprain.
Nice kick by Stuckey down to the 5. Mustangs will bring it out to the 30-yard line. Nice return. Couple of almost tackles by the Eagles. Going to wrap that up.
We had about 10 yards worth of arm tackles. Nice job by the Mustangs on that return.
Yeah, I got to make that
we
tackle.
almost had him
15.
down on about the 15-yard line. But missed tackle. You know, it's when you've got good skilled guys, good running backs, good receivers with that ball, that's the kind of thing that happens. They make the first guy miss. You know, we've talked about it before, too. They know where they're going. You know, that's a distinct advantage. When you're on defense, you don't know where they're going. Good contained by Preston Daniel.
Yeah. Nice play. Saunders from that inside linebacker position comes across to make the tackle. Once again, you'll notice Perry with the tape on his right ankle. He's slowed down a step, Britton. No doubt about it. He can't cut quite as hard as he was. I think you're going to see him running to the left side more often because he can cut on the left leg, not the right. Let's pay attention to that at home if you're watching. Well, a great play. Saunders again takes on the block, wraps him up.
It's going to be about 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs at their own 37-yard line.
.6:28 to go. Second quarter. Eagles up 14-12. Big 3rd down. They're going to go to the air. Quick pass. Their favorite target. Yeah. Couple of missed tackles. He'll go in.
He'll score, Clayton. He's got great speed.
Boy, he does. Well,
boy, we had him.
He's dangerous. Grayson Hitt, senior receiver. He's their number 1 target. They'll go to him all night.
Well, big, tall receiver. Coach talked about the great athlete he was, how tall he was. That he had being a tall guy like that. They've gone to him all season. He's gone up. He's great at going up and getting the ball, bringing it down.
I didn't know he had that kind of speed. He sure showed it. That's breakaway.
Yeah, he turned it on the breakaway.
Brandon, give us an update from the sideline. We'll catch up with Brandon in just a minute. That kick is up and good this time.
I don't know. The Houston coaches are upset about something. I guess they wanted to go for 2.
They've been upset all night.
They were throwing chairs up here. I don't know. Not sure what that was about.
All right. We're going to give a quick little rundown of our sponsors here. We've got the pregame show, which we did not have. Sorry, Kevin Hertzke with Buff City Soap. Thank you to Buff City. We'll catch you up next week, but thank you for sponsoring. We'll give a shout out this week. Tim Wilson, kickoffs, punts, field goals, Compliance Associates. First down, Sean Wilkins, Sr. Thank you for State Farm Insurance. Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, Barrett Jones for Strategic Financial Partners. Touchdowns are brought to you by Darren Wilkes at Benny James Air Conditioning and Appliances. Halftime show brought to you by Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics. The Stats and Sideline show brought to you by MSC Millwork. That's the Sammy Reagan family. Players of the Week were brought to you by Scott House, Bank 3. Eagle of the Week was Carson Gagnon. So hate to see him go down tonight.
Well, that's a big loss for the Eagles. I mean, Carson had 3 touchdowns, 2 games ago, and last week I think he had 2 touchdowns.
Also, thank you to Josh and Summer Regal for Regal Pharma Lab. Also to Britton Wilkins and his group at Vining Sparks.
Oh, yeah, Vining Sparks.
Yeah, thank you for the Memphis Children's Clinic, Dr. Jake Vargo and his family.
I know a few guys at Vining Sparks.
Yes.
You know, there's a lot of ECS guys at Vining Sparks.
Yep.
Clay Scott, Pete Smith, Craig Dismuke. Craig Dismuke tonight, his daughter plays, 2 daughters play soccer for Houston, his son Ingram at ECS. It's kind of a split allegiance. I know he may be 1/3 for ECS tonight.
Yeah, let's hope so. Well, Britton, I can't find my flashlight.
Well, use my light.
Well, I've got one, but I hate that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, they got it.
Yeah.
Houston recovered it.
Tough.
Smart play. Smart play call by Houston.
Well, that's the second turnover tonight, Britton. So,
it's going to, I mean, we've talked about it week in and week out. You play a team that's clearly a great team, 3-0, demolishing everybody they played basically. Turnovers are going to be key.
Yeah, you can't go in to a team that's in a Division 6 West, Region 7, who is 3-0 in that division, and have turnovers and expect to win the game. We got to have the ball. Listen, they're going to go to number 1.
Well, Houston's ranked 4th in the state in the 6th division.
Will Arthur, the bottom of your screen. Yep, here goes Houston, going to go deep. Stringing that out. He's going to throw it away. Nice coverage in the play, Arthur.
You're going to have a hold. The nice thing about that play taking so long is it's hard for an offensive lineman to keep their guy for that long. It looks like you're going to have a hold on the Mustangs.
Back them up 10.
Yep. What great pursuit by the Eagles. I'm not exactly sure who that hold was on.
They got it on Hartsuff. Houston held number 54 for us, Josh Hartsuff.
Well, you know how that play happens? Because Josh Hartsuff didn't give up.
Yeah, and it's in a coverage sack. So we got Arthur at cornerback. We got McMeans at safety. We've got Peter Nern at safety. We got Chris Weissman, 21, at the far corner. So this will be Chris's first significant action. He's gotten a little bit week by week.
Well, that's part of what hurts you with Gagnon. He's a starter on defense, a great player, and a starter on offense.
Boy, nice play. Ethan Saunders did not give up on that, was not fooled. Came across for a loss.
Good finish by Coot. But Coot's he's a big nose guard. So it's the scoreboard camera is messed up. We're just having more issues. But it's 19-14 Houston over ECS.
Here we go, looking for number 1. Oh, right to Preston Daniel. Miscommunication, Daniel with the ball. Oh, Saunders out front. Well, look at Daniel go.
Flag on the play.
Daniel in for the touchdown.
We got a flag on the play. It's going to be a block in the back behind the play. Wow. It was behind the play.
Let's see what we do here. We're going to watch the replay here real quick.
I don't. What was that?
They called it right here. It wasn't behind. It was.
I don't. You know what? I'm watching right here. That's not a block. That's a terrible call. I'm sorry.
Saunders is pleading his case because he's got one.
That is a terrible call.
He's got one. The guy goes down to his knees as Saunders comes up to block him.
Sorry. I try not to be critical of the officials, but that's a terrible call, and it calls back a touchdown.
Yeah.
But great interception.
Great interception. Miscommunication, no doubt.
Yeah, there was nobody there but 3 Eagles.
No. Number 1, Grayson Hitt was running a fly route, no doubt about it. And quarterback there thought he was going to run, I guess, a little hitch maybe.
I don't know what the official saw. I must have been looking at a different guy. He threw right where he threw the flag, there was nothing but clean football.
Yeah, it was. Great run back by Preston Daniel.
Well, you know, that's the thing about this big offensive lineman on an interception. You know, if they don't play both ways, they don't know how to lock up and tackle.
All right, stretch play to the left. Greenwood sees he can get outside, finds a hole. That'll pick up 6 yards on the play. Nice running, nice blocking off the left side.
Boy, I'm glad to see him get up so quickly. He had a guy low and a guy high, and man, that is a recipe for disaster. So 2nd down and 6 on the Mustang 36-yard line. 4:26 left in this first half. You see the score there on your screen, 19-14 Mustangs.
All right, we're going to bring Pennington to this far side. Gut play right up the middle. That'll be a first down by
for
Greenwood.
a first down. Looks like it's enough. Look at the spot. Well, I don't know. The official's holding up.
I believe he got it.
Well, it looks like enough. First
All
down.
right, first down, Eagles. 4:02.
That's a Sean Wilkins State Farm first down.
Yes, it is.
Well, we talked about turnovers, huge, and the Mustangs are still up 2-1, but that turnover right here changed the momentum of this second quarter.
First and 10 for the Eagles on the 31-yard line of Houston. We're traveling south. If you're familiar with the stadium here, we're heading towards the baseball fields. Weissman down at the bottom of your screen. Pennington up top. Greenwood, your tailback.
5 yards. Offsides on Houston. Going to be first down and 5 on about the 27, I think. Yeah, the Mustangs did that to us. You mentioned earlier when it was off camera in the first half, we jumped, gave them a first down.
Yeah.
That can be a great offensive play.
We got Barnett, we've got Carlton Webster, Josiah, Luke Pleben, Dietrich. Gut play off the left side. Andrew Agapos just flattened him.
You can knock a guy down.
It's not holding when you knock him on his back.
No, it's fine. You can knock him down.
That'll be a pickup of, maybe a half a yard. Second down and a long 4. It's a hot night. It's about 90 degrees at game time. So we have had, that's the difference in these two schools. ECS, I think player for player, we're right with them. The problem is our guys go both ways. They're starting running backs on the sideline.
Well, yeah.
Our guys are out here playing both ways. These guys get tired. Right up the middle, a big hole on the outside.
First down.
Nice play by Greenwood. Pick up a price, 7 yards to the 19, maybe 18-yard line.
That's another Sean Wilkins State Farm first down.
I love that play call by Coach Adams and Coach Burton. We called twins to the right side, got everybody to the wide side of the field, went back to the short side, which normally, Britton, you got the sideline as an extra defender, but we're taking advantage of that tonight.
Well, their defender came up to try to turn the ball in, and he did, and there was nobody there to stop him.
All right, first and 10, ball on the
19.
Weissman, the bottom of your screen. Pennington up top. Give me a timeout, ECS.
Timeout on the field for the Eagles.
Clayton, that's a Strategic Financial Partners timeout.
Yes, it is.
I was scrambling. I couldn't remember who the timeout sponsor was. When we're at home, we got all this stuff plastered all over the wall of the press box. We're away. We don't have our cheat sheet, so that's a Strategic Financial Partners timeout. For wealth management, call Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, Barrett Jones, or Bill Edwards. All ECS graduates except for Hamp, who was an ECS board member and dad. His kids and his money went to ECS. See those stickers. Yeah, stay tuned at halftime. We've got Sean Wilkins with the Sean Wilkins State Farm, the First Down sponsor this year. Also part of throwing out the footballs. And then Mr. Jones, Robert Jones, Bible teacher at ECS, a revered Bible teacher.
Britton, huge, 128 to go, huge. I can't state it enough how big it would be go to halftime up over the Mustangs.
Boy, that would be huge.
No doubt the first time they've been down this year.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, the Eagles have already scored more points than anybody else has against them all year in the first half.
We're going to split Will Arthur way out on the bottom of your screen.
Well, he is way out.
Peter Nern up top. We're going to flip Daniel and Hill to the right side. So we've got a power formation to the right side. Here they come. Boy, nice hole. Looked like McMeans on the play.
That's probably good for 6 yards, at least 5. Should be second and third or 4.
Got to get it down to about the 13-yard line. So we're looking at a third.
McMeans was looking, I think, to come out.
Second down and 5, sorry.
I think McMeans was wanting to come out on that play.
Yeah, looks like McMeans may have got something in his eye. Boy, they had the clock running the whole time, didn't they?
Well, McMeans broke. Well, as soon as McMeans got up, he was patting his helmet like he needed to come out. So they were slow to stop the clock. I'm not sure what happened there. They may put a little time back on the clock.
Let's look and see what we had here.
Yeah, probably one. See, he's patting his helmet. I'm watching the replay. Patting his helmet.
They didn't know anything was different, though, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
53 seconds.
Okay.
That, that's when they went to the official.
That's fair.
At 56 seconds is when he blew 55. So that's close enough.
Brandon, are you on the sideline? Can we get you this time?
Yeah, I'm just standing right here. Just a little woozy coming off the field, so we're going to wait to see what the trainer has to say about Matthew.
Okay.
But he seems that he's doing okay. He's doing okay.
Pennington Nern, top of your screen. Agapos, the lone back. Have not seen that play this year, so maybe looks like we got a timeout.
Yeah, running play to Andrew Agapos. You said hadn't seen that play yet.
Timeout on the field by the Eagles.
Well, 30 seconds to go.
Where there was no hole.
Yeah, we didn't.
I'm watching the replay.
Yeah.
There was just nowhere to go. Tried to cut back.
We just didn't. We just didn't block.
No, that just wasn't.
It had nothing to do with the play.
The offensive line has opened up huge holes all night. I mean, the running game, the part that you missed, you couldn't see at home, was we ran all over them. Now, they responded with a 96-yard run, but, the O-line has been opening a number of holes. So it's big that touchdown was called back, because now it's 3rd and 5, 29 seconds left on the clock.
All right, let's see what Coach Adams dials up.
The Eagles still have one timeout left in this half, according to the clock.
Arthur at the bottom, Nern up top. Greenwood in the backfield along with Hill. Nern can go deep. That'll be intercepted by Houston. Well, that's tough right there. You got to get points right there.
Well, you got a touchdown called back for I'm not sure what. And now you have a chance to put it in. And
I was about to say, you got to at least get 3 here.
Well, it's a big momentum shift right there going in the second half. I mean, the Eagles with the touchdown return on the interception, big momentum shift, called back, and then now to turn it over in the end zone.
Well,
and the Mustangs have 18 seconds.
If it works, it's great. You know, Arthur's 6'3", almost 6'4". So if it works, it's great. Unfortunately, it didn't.
The play call's fine. It's just we weren't able to execute. They defended it well.
Yep. All right, 19-14. Mustangs up.
So big 18 seconds. See, we talked about it a minute ago. The Mustangs scored in the first quarter on 2 plays. One time, 2 plays.
Yeah.
So they've got guys with breakaway speed. Coach talked about it this week on our call before our weekly call that you got to keep these guys in front of you. You can't get beat deep because they've got great athletes that are capable of outrunning a lot of our guys.
No doubt. All right, we'll probably take this to the half.
You think they're gonna go for it? They're lined up in a knee, but I don't trust them.
Yeah.
Can't trust the man in black.
Yeah, that's right. Perry's the deep man. There we go. All right, well, if I'm an Eagle, I'm disappointed we didn't come away with more points. We gave them several opportunities, but at the same time, I'm happy with where we are, only 5 down.
Well, yeah, we said it, 14 points. That's more than anybody has scored on them, so far this year, and in any game.
Guys, I'm walking with Coach Adams here. Coach, what you need to see out of your guys in the second half?
We talked about family. We're going to find out if we're won. With number 9 being out for the rest of the game, I don't know what the status on McMeans is right now, but with Gagnon out, next man up, we're going to family. We'll make some corrections. We're playing a good team. We shot ourselves in the foot with 2 really costly turnovers. We'll clean up the mistakes, and we'll come out and compete.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck. One of the things Coach was pleading with Jacob Hatcher on that last sequence there was throwing it to the back shoulder of Will Arthur, the intended receiver, threw it too far inside. So that's one of those shooting yourselves in the foot moments that he's talking about. So that's what they're going to try to tighten up in the locker room and get their minds right for half number 2.
Yeah, that's what we said, Brandon. You got to get at least 3 there. You love 7, but at least 3. So that definitely hurts the momentum. But we got a lot of football left. Got a second half.
We do. This is a good football game. Two good football teams right here, and
right.
You've seen it. This is what we expected, a good football game.
All right, we're going to switch over to the halftime show.
Brought to you by Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics, PDGO. Thank you, Clayton Floriani, for making this live stream happen. As I was watching you, can they still hear me?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. There we go. We're live. One of the things we want to do is each week is thank our sponsors, because not only are you paying for this broadcast, because we pay the students and people that help, and we buy if you come up here, I'd like to take a picture of this one time and post it. All the cords and monitors and screens, and you got the replay deal, it's impressive. And now that Clayton took it to a whole new level, where 89.5 FM. It's the Eagle Network is right here in the stadium,
and you guys do a good job.
Well, thanks.
It's fun. It's fun to listen to.
I'm gonna say there's a chance you're biased. There's a chance. I know I am. So, all right, we want to just take a second and thank you So tell us a little bit about, I know you're passionate about ECS, and we heard that last year, and we've heard it. So thank you for being passionate about ECS. I went here, obviously, both of my siblings, all 3 of your kids went here, went to ECS. You were served on the board for many years, and so you, in a sense, really helped lay a foundation for where we are today. So thank you for that, you and a host of men that the Lord graciously provided. So, but the question I have tonight is not as much about ECS. I'm going to talk to Robert about that, but is tell us about you. Why are you a State Farm agent, and why does it matter?
Well, I'm a State Farm agent.
I got a cough, so go ahead, and
okay.
I'm going to cough.
Okay. Well, the reason I enjoy being a State Farm agent is I get to help people on a regular basis. I mean, I'm helping people. I have people that come in that no one really else cares about, because this middle America, it's just the everyday guy that, and I use that word generically, I have to be careful about that, but it's just the everyday person, and we get a chance to help them. We get a chance to explain things to them that they don't get online. In the commoditization of insurance, you make those choices, some of them yourself, most of them you do make yourself. With us, we get to help a person make that decision and tell them why, and say what this means to them. And I've had some of my friends say to me, well, why are you still doing it? And I said, well, I get to go to work. I look forward to Monday mornings.
I mean, the reality is you probably could retire, right?
Yes.
But you choose to go to work every day, and someday I hope to be in that point. I am not there now. I'm a long way from that.
Well, there's a truly,
I'm grateful.
I'll say this: I'm truly blessed. Is that I do get to go to work. We could retire. Probably enjoy, and I still enjoy getting paid.
Sure,
it's fun. So Janely and I love to travel, and we are going to travel soon. And so.
Well, I'm glad she may watch. You're on the hook now. But,
she is.
I've heard you talk before. I mean, I had people text me, hey, can you send me your dad's number? Hey, can you send me your dad's mobile, whatever, because their kid just had an accident and they don't know what to do. Right now, it's written on the card.
Right.
But that doesn't matter. If my daughter has an accident, she's calling you. So, I mean, she's going to call me first, but then we're going to call you. Now, she's not driving yet, just to make that clear.
Well, I understand.
And I have 2 daughters.
That's right. That's a great point about calling me. And we do this for fun in our office, but we make fun of the lizard. The lizard represents a certain company. There's a lizard, but the lizard's not going to go visit you in the hospital. The lizard's not going to tell you to call him at home when your daughter has an accident. Right. And so I tell my clients, I said, look, I want you to call me first. I said 99% of the time, everything works out great. But that 1% of the time, if something's going to fall through the cracks, I want you to call me. And so they call me, and they have my cell phone. I just don't think the lizard gives out his cell phone.
I doubt it. I've also heard you talk about taking a check, when someone unfortunately has a fire. You've walked up and written a check.
Yeah.
And I think that's another moment, hopefully that never happens.
Well, I got a great story of that. Several years ago, a good friend of mine, his house caught on fire, and he called me. And so as I'm walking up to the house, I see Keith, and the fire chief in Bartlett is one of my clients. He said, hey, Sean, I said, glad to, I figured you'd be here. And so I thought, this is great. The fire chief is a client, and then of course, the guys had the fire. So
that part's not great, but the fact that there's somebody there to help them navigate that process, which is lengthy and difficult. I mean, I just had roof damage from a windstorm, and just walking through the claim of a roof damage, which is simple, no big deal. Nobody's hurt, no big deal at all. But it was hard to walk through it. You got to do everything right, like you said. And so anyway, well,
let me say 2 things. One is the average homeowner only has a claim about once every 20 years. So you don't know what to do.
So I'm good for about 18 more years.
Yeah, you're good for 18 more years.
Okay, good.
Remember that. So
good to know.
And the second thing is that when they don't know what to do, they can call me, and I can walk them through that. And then let me go back and say one thing. You didn't ask this directly. You asked it last year. And again, my love for ECS and being a part of this live streaming is, we've already heard I've already got a thank you from a grandparent that said they couldn't come to the game and they were able to see this. And I'm just one of many sponsors, and these are great men and women that sponsor. But my love for ECS, and especially this year, seeing guys like you're going to see soon,
Robert back here?
Yeah,
Robert Jones?
Robert Jones, when he comes on. And they just live the gospel. And that's what's so exciting about having Braxton and guys like you on the board. You live the gospel. Now, are we sinners? Sure.
Great.
But
nobody knew I was on the board.
I'm sorry.
You're not supposed to bring that
look,
up.
I was on the board for 15 years, and I know you have people that call you. So anyway,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know we got to wrap this up, but anyway, it's just fun, and I really appreciate the fact you're here. And when you said you thanked me for sending you ECS, my response would be you would do the same for me.
That would be difficult, but I would if I had the chance. All right, Pop. Love you. Thanks for coming.
Love you.
All right, let's get Mr. Robert Jones over here. This is a professional operation.
Is this live right now?
This is live. You're live. You are live, Mr. Jones. You are
hello.
live.
Is this
That's
the
right.
camera I'm
That's
supposed
the
to look
camera
at?
right there.
Just staying just like
That's
this.
right.
Is this how I do
just
it?
a little bit closer. If you could get just a little bit closer, that'd be yeah. That's great. I thought you were pulling like a Bono, kind of pulling into the camera.
I love you too.
It's awkward.
I love you too.
I do love you too. I love you too. Thanks. That's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Very
yeah.
sweet.
No, that's a good joke. That's a good dad joke.
Dad jokes are the worst. Just ask my kids, and I'm full of them,
Yes,
unfortunately
yes.
for them. So
My kids
all
are
right.
still at the stage where they think I'm funny, so.
Yeah, mine are not.
Yeah.
Emily maybe, my third grader maybe. But all right, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Glad
having
to hear
me.
it. We're on the road. You drove the long distance to Germantown tonight,
Yes,
the long
yes.
way out here.
Yes.
So
I'm getting paid for that, right?
Yeah. Wow, you broke up on me. I need to get some sound check in the left ear. I thought you said something about getting paid.
Oh, I was like,
All right.
did I really break up? Okay.
Yeah.
Good dad joke, dad joke.
I tell you, I'm full of them. If there's anybody still watching, I want to interview Mr. Jones.
I'm so sorry.
So that's I'm not going to blame it on you. So Robert Jones, Bible teacher, ECS. How many years have you been here
This is my third year teaching Bible.
at ECS? Great. And you went to
High school?
yes.
I went to ECS.
Okay,
And
and
ECS
then-
in middle school and ECS in lower school. Kindergarten, I was a kindergarten through senior year ECS 13-year club.
All right, well
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Well done on your parents' part.
Yes,
Thanks to your
amen. And
parents.
actually, it's a neat story because the Lord actually provided through some anonymous donors. Actually,
Really?
It's a really neat story. Yeah. So thankful to we know who some of them are. They're in heaven. But yeah, so thankful to them as
That's
well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So they invested in your education.
They did.
And here you are at ECS giving back.
It
Not to
is.
say you couldn't give back other places because you have before and
Yes,
you will,
yes.
in the future.
Yeah, Lord will.
But great to see that kind of go full circle.
It is.
So-
It is. It is.
So where else did you go to school after ECS?
Yeah, so I've kept going with a Christian education God school called Auburn University. I'm kidding.
I thought you
no,
were serious for a second.
No, Auburn University. My papa went there, my dad went there, and so I grew up with it. And
Kinda in your blood.
And it was in my blood. My mom and her whole side of thing went to Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Dad, his whole side went to Auburn, so it was a house divided. But
Wow.
went to Auburn, had a great 4 years there. And then after that, I went to a 1-year training program called Kanakuk Institute through Kanakuk camps. It's really similar to the Downline ministry. Actually, some of the similar guys that have influenced the Downline from Texas, Tom Nelson, some of those guys had an
Joe
impact.
White, yeah.
Joe White at that institute. And then seminary training at London Seminary. So that's my education.
So there wasn't a seminary good enough here for you? You had to go all the way to London.
Yeah, well, actually, I was telling somebody this the other day. We were living in Alabama, doing ministry in Alabama. And that's when Nick Saban was hired and started this glory run.
Right.
Or not for Auburn. It was not a glory run. And so the Lord just happened to call me away from Alabama just at the
convenient
right
timing.
time. I think they got one national championship at that time with Saban. And I think the Lord's calling us away because I'm that bad.
One of our sponsors, Barrett Jones, knows about that full well.
Oh, I remember watching him. He was so good. He was so good.
Strategic Financial Partners. They've been a great sponsor of ours.
Thank you, Barrett Jones.
Yeah, that's right. And you on that same group, you got Chandler Gagnon and Bill Edwards and Ham Holcomb, all one team together. So we talk about it.
I know
Bill
those guys.
played a little pro baseball,
He
and
did.
Barrett a little pro football, and Chandler a little pro soccer. And
Man.
we say Hamp's a pro dad. So he's a pro dad.
He is. He's a great dad. He's a great dad.
Tell us about the Bible department at ECS.
Yes.
What are you excited about this year? We're glad you're at ECS.
Yes.
What's going on? Anything new? Anything different?
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
new faces.
Definitely, yeah. So one thing
Brink,
that's
Mr. Brink still,
Mr.
tons of
Brink.
people watching. We had Mr. Brink, made a huge impact in many people's lives.
Yeah.
And maybe even yours.
He
was
did,
there
he
when I
did.
was there.
So he taught me as well.
He's in the Bible department. Obviously, been the head of the Bible department for years. But
He is.
talk about Bible department. Why you want to teach Bible? What's going on there?
Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, so first of all, with Mr. Brink, it's been amazing getting to teach alongside him. I've loved being able to, after class, after school's over, walk into his classroom and ask him, how do you handle this situation? Or how do you handle this theological issue? And how's that flesh out in your class? And so I love picking his brain on that, still watching how he handles this ministry that God's given for so long. So it's been really neat to come back to ECS. So I think one of the reasons that I enjoy being back at ECS teaching Bible is because ECS has maintained a strong love for the gospel. And I would not have wanted to go anywhere where I could not be passionate every day about the gospel. And so I would say that's one thing that when Braxton came on board, that he's continued that and deepened that and furthered that, put more legs to it. And so
Talk
that's
about
one
how
thing.
he did that, how he put legs to it.
Well, lots of different ways.
And
some
then
of
the
it is just So that's the first thing I was thinking was the discipleship group is his focus is on relationships. He knows we're here to give an excellent education, but we have these students for so many hours in the day, and if we do not use that opportunity, then we are not being good stewards of that time. And so Braxton really challenges us that when students need to kind of get serious about where they're at with the Lord or an issue that they're handling with at home or in school is be all up in that. And so that challenge, that fresh challenge on a daily basis is so encouraging. Catherine Napier, I'll talk about her in a little bit. That's one thing her and I are talking a lot about, just to really take serious that phrase in our mission statement, to challenge students to know Jesus Christ. Not assume it because we're at a Christian school, but challenge them. That's one thing I really enjoy about Braxton's kind of this, just an urgency and an intentionality. That's one word I'd use to describe Braxton's desire for us teachers, is to be intentional. Don't waste our opportunities. And so that's one thing that, for me particularly, and how I try to flesh out my curriculum and the way I teach, to be very relational, but couple that with a true gospel. So it's not behavior modification, but it's gospel-centered, not so much trying to look so hard at our own lives. How are we obeying some law, but truly focusing on Jesus? So this whole past week, we were focusing on discipleship. Jesus' call to his disciples was follow me. And I challenged my students so much in the Christian world, we're always worried about the follow Jesus. We're like, just what do I have to do to follow him? And I said, that's the backwards way to look at the gospel. It's follow Jesus.
Right.
Focus on him.
It's about him.
It's about him.
Because if it's about us, we've lost the point.
We jack that up. Yeah. So kind of coming back to the first part of your question, one of the things that I've been excited about is, Catherine Napier. She's been a new hire. And one thing that she's been doing for the past 10 years is teaching this curriculum called Chronological Bible Curriculum.
Where my wife Teresa's been in that for a couple years.
Yeah,
absolutely loves it.
And what's amazing,
and Catherine.
Yeah, a lot of moms have been in this curriculum, and some ECS dads, but a lot of ECS moms and some teachers have been in this curriculum for a while now, or for the past year or two. And so it's kind of neat to have this community-wide sameness of how we're working our way through the scripture. Alignment. That would be the right word. See, I went to Auburn. And I was an English education major, so I should have known that word, alignment, that fancy word. Sameness. I'm going with sameness. They taught me that in seminary.
Right, sameness.
Yeah. So it's what we're trying to do is make sure that we're in the scriptures daily. And so, and working our way through. So for my particular role, I'm teaching 8th grade, 10th grade next semester, and 11th grade. But for my particular classes now, it's just working my way through the New Testament, focusing on the stories. The stories of Christ is our main focus. We're there for a long time, but it's just every day we're in the Scriptures. And so it's getting the students, teaching them skills of how to be in the Scriptures themselves. So I'm always painting this picture of, look, when you leave ECS, I tell them I imagine you at your bedside table, or I imagine you right in front of, on the quad, whatever college campus you're at, and you're like, I want to study the Bible for myself. How do you do it? And I'm telling you that what we're doing on a daily basis in my classroom is doing that exact thing. Just
teaching them
how to study, giving them the skills to do it, and then but teach them how to be God-centered when they read the Scriptures, not looking for themselves first in the Scriptures, but God-centered. And that's one thing about this Bible curriculum that really focuses on what do we learn about God. In every story, who's the character of God? How does the Old Testament point to Christ? And then once we're in the New Testament, just sit back and enjoy the beautiful expression of the gospel through the life of Christ.
You touched on it when just talking about that it's about him, that he's the point, not us. And, you know, I always say if I leave church or any place where I'm hearing about the gospel, if I leave thinking I need to try harder, if that's the point of what I take away, I've missed the message.
Amen.
Because we can never try hard enough, and Scripture tells us that. But if we leave confronted with our own sin and recognizing that we have been redeemed, that God loved us because he chose to do so.
Yeah.
And that love, I mean, he chose to redeem me, the wretched sinner that I am.
Shocking.
That in turn, you know, allows us to respond in gratitude.
Yeah.
And you hear that even in Braxton sometimes when he prays. You guys, I mean, we've talked about it, Catherine. You all have that same approach, and I love that that's what my kids are getting every day at ECS.
Amen.
So,
Amen. Yeah, it's
thanks for
you obey from that desire, from his love for you. That's
from his approval for us.
Yeah, you already have it.
For his approval.
Amen.
Exactly.
Amen.
Well said. Well, thanks for coming to spend a few minutes with us.
Yeah, thanks for
Love
having
hearing
me.
you. Always hear great stories about you.
Make sure my hair's doing okay.
Yeah, your hair's good. There's just not as much of it as there used to be.
Yeah. My students point that out on occasion. Your daughter, I think, is
mine
pointing
either.
that out.
Yeah, mine either. All right, thanks,
See
Mr. Jones. Clayton Eagles kicking off. Evan Stuckey. Fielded by the Mustangs, run out of bounds about the 27-yard line. So the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 from their own 27, up 19-14.
That's right. They're going to pump it up actually to the 31, looks like, if I can see that far out.
Oh, was it the third?
Britton found the flashlight.
Wow, you did.
Yep, we're in business now. All right, here we go,
Looks
Britton.
like the word on the street is that McMeans is going to sit out the rest of this game, so hopefully he's all right. But that's two of our key offensive starters and defensive starters.
That's right, defensive starter.
Well,
you see 21, Chris Weissman, right here at the bottom of your screen.
Well, the Mustangs saw something they liked. If they could get the ball wide outside, you saw that wide pitch. They thought they could get around us, and they did for a first down.
Yeah, we just had a couple guys go inside.
Well blocked.
Yeah. Well, they kind of took a page out of our book, Brett, and they ran to the short side of the field as well. Perry right up the middle. That's where he's dangerous, but Eagles there to stuff him.
Number 4, Lincoln Perry.
Perry picks up maybe one. That's about it.
Big second down and 8.
I tell you what, I love seeing Coot. If we can just hang on. Coot, that big nose guard, he's a big guy to move. Boy, he held at the center just, I mean, that's what made that play.
Well, Clayton, I'm looking at the stats from the first half. 3 turnovers, that's the one that sticks out to me. 1 for the Mustangs, 3 for the Eagles.
All right, Perry going to try to get outside.
Oh, that's going to be a block on the back. Or they've not called that.
Austin Hill right there could not bring him down. I promise you, Hill didn't like that. He'll come back right here.
Yeah, Austin almost had him at the line of scrimmage. There were only 2 punts in the first half. Clayton, these 2 offensive teams right here.
Wow. All right, so we can't afford to let Houston score with this first possession. So we lost 6 points right before the half. Can't afford a 12-point swing here. Nice play by Austin Hill right there.
Another stat I'm looking at, Clayton, from the first half. Time of possession, 15-22 by the Eagles, 8-21 by the Mustangs.
Yeah.
Almost twice the time of possession. But that's because the Mustangs had that long run. 11 first downs by the Eagles.
Second down and 8. Eagles offsides. That'll tack 5. That'll bring up second down and 3 for the Mustangs.
Penalty plays for offsides on the Eagles.
Thanks, Chris Williams, for sending us these stats during the game. That's really helpful.
Zach Baker in at free safety to replace McMeans. So Gagnon out, both our safeties out. Gagnon and McMeans out. So Nern moves back to a safety where he normally plays. We've got Tucker White playing this side cornerback. We got Chris Weissman on the top. So it's trial by fire from here on out.
Well, Clayton, the difference between these two schools, I don't know how many students they have at Houston, but it's a massive school. And so the depth is the real key. And when your starters go down, especially two of your best starters, you just don't have as many athletes to choose from.
Boy, great play. Josh Hartsuff wraps him up.
Nice job by Hartsuff hanging on to him.
You know, we talked about this game a few weeks ago, and we loved the matchup. We just said, man, you play these big guys, and them also. They're playing a tough game. No doubt they're stiff as competition. You want to come out with no injuries, and we've kind of had that injury bug.
2 tough injuries so far.
Yep.
Like to hear the official word on Carson.
Saw him on crutches on the sideline.
Yeah, the scuttlebutt was not good.
2nd down and 12. They're going to look deep. They're going to look for their man with the deep pass again. They're going to go up against Weissman. Nice play by Weissman. You know, Weissman didn't even play last year. Coach Adams speaks highly of him. He's long arms, so he's
tall guy.
Yeah, he's kind of natural with that cornerback, especially going up against their best guy. Number 1, Grayson Hitt. Britton, those stats were brought to you by MSC Millwork, the Sammy Reagan family.
Thank you, Sammy.
I think
They do a lot of commercial. They do a lot of commercial work, cabinetry.
Commercial, and they'll slip in and do some residential as well. 3rd down and 12.
A quick shuttle play.
Well, we snuffed it out. Dietrich was there. Slowed him down enough that the pursuit. Carlton Webster jumped in there.
It's going to bring up a big 3rd down and 12.
Nice play by Dietrich to get in the backfield.
Well, Dietrich, was there to meet him.
And bring up 4th down.
So, sorry, Clayton, that was 3rd and 12.
4th down and probably 13. Looks like they're going to go for it. Well, now they go. They're going to switch it out.
Yeah, on the 33-yard line. Might try to draw us off sides, get 5 more yards, and then run a play.
All right, Dietrich's going to take a break here. We're going to get Luke Pleban in. I tell you, we're a long ways from the field, Britton, and you wouldn't know it by the camera, but you're going to try a pooch. That'll go into the end zone. Get on in there.
Oh.
That'll get us down to the 1-yard line. Well, let's do what they did and take this 99 yards.
What you missed at home was we had a kickoff. Evan Stuckey put it literally on the 1-yard line in the corner just like that. And the second play from the line of scrimmage, the Mustangs took it 97 yards. So maybe we can take a page out of their playbook.
That was a Compliance Associates punt by Houston. Eagles will take over on our 1-yard line. Thank you to the Tim Wilson family sponsoring those special teams.
Well, Clayton, we just talked about the loss of McMeans. And I've got his numbers here in just a second.
They're going to bring everybody right here, no doubt about it. Outside linebackers. We'll get a quarterback sneak, try to get a little bit of room to work for 2nd down.
You want a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, 2nd down and probably 8. Picked up 2.
In the first half, Jalen had 87 yards. Matthew McMeans had 73. Matthew averaged 12 yards a carry. Jalen 6. So big loss, losing the.
Yeah.
And every week, Matthew and Jalen really about the same in yards. It was the same last week.
Yeah, and to start this game, what we couldn't show him was McMeans is the one that had got it going for us. Those holes were open and he was slashing.
McMeans had some great runs early in the game.
We're going to put Arthur as the lone receiver. We're going to go 2 tight end right here to try to bust out of this end zone. Stretch play to the right. Nice play by Greenwood just to get some positive yardage.
Maybe a loss of a yard. It's a good Mustang football team. Good defense.
That'll bring up 3rd down.
Just tough to run. It's tough to do anything out of your own end zone.
Yeah, you just don't have much room.
And don't forget, we're only down 5, so you don't want to do something silly. All right, here we go. Hand off to Greenwood once again. See if he can get right. Just almost turn the corner. Almost. Got some breathing room. That'll give us room to punt.
Yeah, that might be a big gain right there. Just giving us a little room to work with. Looked like he lost his footing when he came around the end.
Yeah, he did. He's a little gingerly getting up.
Well, 4th and 4, Clayton, you know, if the Mustangs jump off sides, that's a first down.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, every time you're telling your defensive guys, don't jump. Jalen limping off. That is not a good sign.
It's not. I'd love an offsides, Britton. I love that call. See if we can get it. A little bit of a line drive. Took a great Eagle bounce. Get that to midfield. Hey, we'll take that. That'll just cross the 50 to the 49 of Houston. 5:28 to go in this third quarter.
Well, big stop by the Eagles to get into that position right there.
Yeah.
You know, there's not been a lot of defensive stops by either team in this game. We didn't have, you know, we talked about it. There's only 2 punts in the first half.
All right, Britt, I'm going to call out some of these guys. Like I said, Zach Baker, we got him playing now safety. Tucker White's in. He'll play corner. Chris Weissman will play corner. Those guys don't regularly start, but they are right now. Austin Hill, Preston Daniel, Saunders, and Nagapos, linebackers.
All right.
Tough guy, tough runner.
Yeah. That's Lincoln Perry. Yeah, Lincoln had over 100 yards in the first half. Both teams had well over 100 yards in the first half. And
yeah, he had that
Lincoln,
in one play.
Grew up a gymnast. And is, you know, you think about a gymnast, those guys, just their core and their legs. And, you know, if a gymnast converted to a football player is a good combo because he's just solid. And you saw it there. He got hit, and he picked up an extra yard or 2.
2nd down and 5. They go right at him again.
Be enough for the first, looks like. Well, maybe
it should be a little
short.
short.
Half yard short.
Coot was there to wrap him up from that nose guard position.
Coot reached down and picked Lincoln Perry up, helped him up. I like that sportsmanship.
All right, we're going to put Carlton Webster now at nose guard. We got Pennington in.
Well, Eagles had to call timeout. We had a little substitution confusion. Hate to call a timeout so early in the second half, but that was the right call.
Yeah, it was.
Because they were about to snap it with 12 men on the field. We're on this far hash, so, you know, you get big offensive linemen. They're looking for the sub. They're looking to the sideline. They're looking for the guy that's coming in to swap out with them, and sometimes in the shuffle you miss them. You know, it looks a lot easier from the stands than it is. So we've got a Strategic Financial Partners timeout. Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, Barrett Jones. Thanks to Sean Wilkins, State Farm. We had an interview with him at the half. We mentioned Strategic Financial Partners. If you need wealth management assistance, reach those guys. Scott House, the guys at Bank 3. Great group of local bankers investing in this community. Scott House, also the board chair, doesn't even have kids in school here, and he's still serving on the board. So big 3rd down and 1.
Oh,
like a busted
play. Yep.
That was enough for the first down. A little confusion in the backfield, but ran, as you talked about, to the short side. Usually the short side's not open, but
yeah, well,
it was.
We all thought Perry was getting the ball, and he did too. He went the wrong way.
Guys from the sideline, some unusual good news in the injury department. Jalen Greenwood's in good shape. He'll be back out on the next possession.
Boy, that's great.
Boy, that is good news. There's an ambulance down out there in the parking lot. I don't know what that's about.
1st and 10. Boy, Perry's been bouncing it all night long. I tell you what, we're playing tough up the middle. Have not allowed him that inside isolation play, but he just has bounced it every time.
Well, if they have to run the ball, 12 times to score, that helps. If you got to make 12 plays to get it in the end zone, they scored early on 2 plays. That's what'll kill you.
Well, I mean,
this is just smash mouth football right here.
You haven't played linebacker. I mean, number one, we got to stop the middle, those lanes, and then we go outside. So I mean,
push them outside. It gives a little time for your second, third row, your linebackers and your safeties, your secondary to get to the ball to pursue.
They've got a little something going here that they're going to look at that. Yeah, it's tough. When you get into our backfield, they're defensive backfield. They're young. They're young.
You got McMeans and Gagnon out, 2 of our secondary guys starting.
It's a whole different speed. It's a whole different speed.
We had a couple of missed tackles on that play, and it's just you got guys who haven't been in there.
Yeah.
Haven't had that experience.
All right. Well, Eagles got to get something rolling here before this quarter is over with. 4:07 left to go in this quarter. That kick is up and good.
The extra point is up and good. That makes the score your Houston Mustangs 26, the ECS Eagles 13.
Well, good hard-fought football game, 26-14. Yeah, Houston got the ball to start this second half, so they've had an extra possession. Clayton, I want to say thanks to, again, Scott House, Bank 3. We went out with him a minute ago. We talked about the stats we've been reading off. Sammy Reagan, Millwork, Benny James, the Darren Wilkes family. Thanks to Darren. We've had a couple of Darren Wilkes touchdowns. We weren't on the air for the Darren Wilkes touchdowns.
That's right.
So thanks to Darren Wilkes at Benny James.
All right, well, we lost the last one, Britton. We can't afford to let this look like it's going to be another squib.
Yeah, it's the right play. That squib kick, get the ball, get on the ground.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'd love to run that back. Griffin Garrison, 18, he's capable.
He's quick. Well, after losing one, I can promise you what the coach told because you've been told it and I have too.
I believe it.
I was on the hands team at Memphis. You get the ball, you get down.
That's right.
You're not the hero. There's a bunch of guys that run a 4-4 that are supposed to be the hero.
That's right. All right, here we go. Barnett, right tackle. Webster right beside him. Tingley, your center. Hartsuff. Coote, left tackle. We'll give Pennington a break. Preston Daniel, tight end. Agapos, fullback. Hatcher, your quarterback. Greenwood right beside him on his right. Going to be a little bit of a rollout. Hatcher just kind of puts that in the dirt. Looks like maybe Arthur was open for a minute. A little bit of penetration by Houston didn't allow Hatcher to get his shoulders turned, so had trouble getting the ball out.
Well, he did. Yeah, they were pursuing. He didn't have he had a second to get the ball off, but if that first check wasn't open,
that's right.
By the time you get to the second or third, you got men breathing down your throat. Yep. He made the right call. Not to lose yards on that by putting it at his feet.
I like the play call. First down, let's put it in the air and see what happens.
Yeah, we've been running so much. Another good play call by Hatch. Another good way. We talked about the Mustangs blitzing.
Yep.
So if the risk that the Mustangs take on that play is if Hatcher gets it off, we got a man open.
Agapos is there. That's right.
We got a man open. So, we had a double play action right there, and so Hatcher didn't have time to see the open man. So good defensive call by the Mustangs.
And with that penetration, we'll get Dietrich back in the ball game.
Well, Dietrich clearly our best lineman both ways, although he's joined by some great other linemen that have done a phenomenal job opening holes for us this game. 4 seconds left on the play clock, 1 second. We're going to get delay a game by about a half a second.
We got a timeout.
Oh, timeout.
Yeah.
All right, good.
We kind of saw that. Good job of coaching.
Yeah, I don't know why that play took so long to get in, but
What?
You got a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I can tell, Britton, by just as I'm looking, some of the guys that are rotating in that offensive line who are in, our guys
They're
are
tired.
Tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot. They're tired.
Well, they're going both ways.
Yeah.
And that's the disadvantage you have of being a smaller school playing up a division.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing a huge team right here. Huge school.
All right, well, timeout here. We're going to give a little shout out to Buff City Soap once again, the Kevin Hershke family. Thank you for joining us, Kevin. Couldn't get the pregame show up and running, so we had to just start the game off. But thank you, Kevin. Go see Buff City Soap. They're in the Thornwood Shopping Center at the corner of Neshoba and Germantown Road. Big third down here, 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Clayton, this is the tough thing about playing up against a school that's a whole lot bigger than you, that really there's nothing to gain from, except that if you want to get better as a football team, you've got to compete against good people.
Boy, great throwing catch. Peter Nern right there in his hands.
Well, he got hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he got hit
It looks
right as
like
the ball came in.
a flag has been thrown on Coach Adams, unfortunately, as he was pleading for the hit on Nern.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. I watched it on the replay. It looked like he laid him out. Well, that's a that could have gone either way. You know, you get a guy gets hit in the head. If you get a, I mean, maybe it was a clean play. I don't know. But that's a game changer. So you go from getting the ball first down on the 40. Now you got, Coach Adams obviously defending his player.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. You got to get out there. It happened right in front of him. So, I mean, I'm going to assume that Coach Adams saw something right there down on the sideline.
Yeah. That's all right. 3:42 to go.
You got to defend your players. You can't have your players getting taken out like that if it's not a clean hit.
Well, in this day and age, they usually don't let any of that slide.
No, they don't.
Let's go, boys!
It's going to be a short punt. All right, Weissman will grab that at the 41-yard line. Britton, what is that, about a 25-yard punt maybe?
I don't know. I tell you what that is, bad field position for the Eagles.
That's right.
You can't win the half giving them the ball at midfield.
One score for us, and it's 21. I mean,
we're right back in the game.
Yeah, right back in the game. So we need to turn over.
A first down right there, and you got momentum.
Yeah.
It's just that you're playing a good football team.
They're going to probably give it to Perry again. I look for him to go up top to number 1, Grayson Hitt. I mean, I like the matchup with Will Arthur, about the same size.
Will Arthur's a great athlete.
I see him wanting to put this away, but now they're going to get to Perry. You got to come up and make that tackle. Weissman there just left his feet, ducked his head. There, that's a great play, though. Great heads-up play by Weissman. Just got to follow through.
Well, he's in the right spot, so we're halfway there. You got to be in the right spot to make the play.
That's
so
right.
we're halfway there. We'll just finish it.
Same play.
Not again.
Yeah, hard stuff there to wrap him up. Peter Nern also. Peter Nern.
A loss of about a yard.
Peter Nern not taking that last hit lightly. You can tell by that play. Had a little aggression.
Good. He played with a little chip on his shoulder. Might be good.
He did. All right, well, let's don't leave out my man Mike Stoker on the camera tonight. Appreciate you, bud. Thanks for being here. Enjoyed getting to know Mike.
I call him Michael. You call him Mike.
I call him Mike. It's like, I don't know.
Like a Mike linebacker?
Man, it's Mike. He's a Mike, He's the man. All right, get out there, guys.
Put his knee on the ground. No,
Zach Baker's going to run him down from behind, but he'll pick up probably 8 or 9.
Number 8, Ethan Burns to number 1.
That's a smart play call by Mustangs.
They've run that probably 3 times tonight. 3 times tonight.
Well, you're really putting your offensive players in an isolation position when you do that. You're just challenging them to go man on man, and when it works, well, that's going to back them up 5 yards. Procedure.
We'll take that
by the Mustangs. Flag on the ground. But you put your athletes in position to try to go man to man and make somebody beat them, and that's what they've done. They were successful there, but I like our matchups out there. We've got some great athletes playing. You know, Nern's a great athlete. Will Arthur's a great athlete. You got Tucker White, another athlete, young, but another great athlete.
All right, here we go. Perry once again looking for the cut. He may get back to the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Well, I can tell you the Mustangs want to run some clock.
Oh, yeah, they are. That's the point.
They want to run some clock.
They know that we need the clock.
So they've had success. Both teams have had some success running us more right in the beginning of the game, the first part of the half when our guys were fresh.
Yeah, I tell you, I've been tickled with our defensive line. We've gone toe to toe with their offensive line. Which
they have a much bigger offensive line.
All right, let's see what they're going to do here. They're going to look to throw it. They'll throw that away. Nice play by Nern. Boy, I like the aggressiveness by Nern.
Yeah, he's playing with a little attitude.
He does.
In a good way.
Somebody's got to take over this game for us.
Well, you got to have a leader out there. I mean, the team already knows they got McMeans down, they got Gagnon down, 2 of their leaders.
Yep.
2 of the best ball players.
All right, 3rd and 13.
Somebody's got to step up.
1:28 to go in this 3rd quarter. 26-14, Houston up. They've missed 1 extra point already tonight. So we'd love to get them in a position where they need to kick a field goal.
Oh, that was one more timeout called. Coach Adams.
Britton, let's talk a little bit about offense. What do we have to do? We've gotten out of our rhythm. We've lost our receiver. We've lost our running back. Still got Jalen, who is, by far excellent. But what do we need to do? What kind of rhythm do we need to get back in, do you think, to make this get back to this ball game?
This goes back to what we talked about last year. Last year we had a couple of key players that you just had to get the ball in the hands of your best players. Yeah. And that's what we've got to do here. Jalen is what we're working with here. Jalen's one of our best players, obviously, at running back. I mean, he and McMeans trading time, but you got to give Jalen a little bit of room.
Yeah, well, you'd have to think Houston goes in at halftime. They just got throttled by the run. They're going to make some adjustments to stop that. So we're not going to probably be as successful second half with that. So, we're trying to put the ball in the air. Brandon, how about you from the sideline?
Well,
what do you see? Go ahead.
Just Coach Vogel really hammering home. 1:28 left in 3rd. A lot of game left. There's a lot of game left. This is a big play, and they need a critical stop right here.
I tell you, that's couldn't be stated any better.
Great jump by Austin Hill.
Boy, how did he catch that?
I don't know. I don't know how he got it off. And I don't know how he caught it.
Austin Hill was right on him. I mean, it's not
great coverage, too.
Not even a half a step away from getting him.
Wiseman had great coverage. I mean, broke on the ball, tried to catch it. I mean, broke just in the right time. I mean, that's about an inch away from being intercepted.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's unfortunate because that was defended well. We had a blitz coming off the right side and almost got to the quarterback.
It was ideal.
He just got it off in time.
It was ideal.
Threw the ball to their best receiver, number 1. There's just not much you can do about that, Clayton.
No.
We'd like to see some character here, some heart out of this Eagle team to come back and punch it in right here.
Thank you again to our sponsors, State Farm, Buff City Soap, Darren Wilkes with Benny James, MSC Commercial, Cabinetry and Millwork, Bank 3, Memphis Children's Clinic, Strategic Financial, Regal Pharma Lab, Compliance Associates, Pediatric Dental Group, Russell Oliver and Stevens Law Firm. Thanks, guys, for being with us. We're going to see if we can't get this turned around. 1:17 to go in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd said Jake Vargo's name, Memphis Children's Clinic tonight.
Yeah.
You did
I
just
did.
then.
Well,
yeah.
I mentioned it earlier.
Another squib kick.
Let's go with that. Let's go. There we go. Nice job. I love it on the 40.
That's a great place to start a possession on the 40. I'm frankly surprised they're not kicking to us with Gagnon out.
I know. Yeah, I'm with you, Britton.
Is Gagnon not return kickoffs?
He does.
Am I missing something? I could be. I had a lot of hits to the head.
It's highly unlikely that we'd get the ball out to almost to the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure.
I couldn't get it out. You and I couldn't get it. We couldn't get it out that far.
Oh, yeah, I could. Pull a hamstring after 2 yards.
If we could throw it, maybe.
You could throw it. I can't throw it.
All right. We got Pennington and Arthur up top. Greenwood, the lone back. We're going to go too tight right here to see if we can get some room running the ball. A little stretch play to the right. That'll pick up of probably 3, maybe 4 on the play. Coach Adams is going to be happy with that on first down. We'd love to get 3 or 4 on first down. Maybe even, about 4.
Yeah, 4 yards on first down is, you can work with that.
Yes, absolutely. Opens the playbook up a little bit.
4 more yards on second down, it's 3rd and 2, and boy, you can do a lot with 3rd and 2.
All right, we're going to move Austin Hill in at fullback. Extra blocking room for Greenwood up the middle.
That's those big holes.
Boy, Greenwood could go here. Boy, how about that?
Big
Just
hole.
like that, Jalen Greenwood busted up the middle. Kick out by Austin Hill. Great interior blocking.
Well, he's going to breathe a little life into this Eagle offense. Great blocking up front. Well, I can't tell who it was on the replay, but there was 2 Eagle offensive linemen had their defenders 5, 6, 7 yards deep, open that hole for Jalen.
That's right. We hadn't seen that in a bit. We're going to move Agapos back to fullback.
That's more reminiscent of what we saw in the first half.
Well, they're bringing everybody, it looks like. Hard to get around that when they bring so much pressure. He's just untouched.
They had a blitz off the right side.
Yep.
Defender in the backfield. Well, Clayton, we just talked about it. They're bringing so many guys, put so many guys in the box. We just saw what can happen. Jalen breaks through the front line, and he picks up, 30 yards, 40 yards, 30 yards?
Yep.
So, it's an aggressive defense. So, Clayton, I'll say thanks to our sponsors. Pre-game show brought to you by Kevin Hertzke, Buff City Soaps, ECS graduate, Tim Wilson with Compliance Associates, Sean Wilkins, State Farm, Strategic Financial Partners, Camp Holcomb, Barrett Jones, Chandler Gagnon, Bill Edwards. Also, Darren Wilkes with Benny James, AC appliances, dishwashers, it's plumbing, it's electrical, it's whatever you need. Trust me. Pediatric Dental Group, thank you, Clayton, your crew. Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics. Sammy Reagan Millwork, thanks to the Sammy Reagan family. Scott House with Bank 3. Great group of bankers here in Memphis. Josh Regal, Summer with Regal Pharma Lab. Vining Sparks and Memphis Children's Clinic. Thanks, Jake Vargo. So a big 4th down. This is a big possession right here. Down 33-14. The Eagles punch it in here. You're 33-21. You still got a long way to go, but you breathe a little life into this team.
That's right.
A little bit of belief, a little bit of energy. Hey, we've got this. We in the first quarter, what we couldn't see because the live stream was down, but the Eagles moved the ball almost at will.
Yeah.
So I like what we've seen right here.
Up to this point, there's one difference in the game, and that's 3 turnovers. That's it. And then
and penalties.
A penalty that, let's say,
we had a touchdown called back.
It was called back.
We had a touchdown called back.
I don't believe it wasn't a penalty.
You change the game. You go into halftime, and you're up.
Yeah. All right. A little different look here. Austin Hill lone back. Arthur. Let's see if we try to look for Arthur up top. Boy, he was wide open.
Oh, he was open.
Wide open. Sorry about that. I didn't have the screen changed over.
Hey, we missed the whole first quarter for our sponsors, so that's just a little payback.
Hatcher was back in the, we had Austin Hill was with him at the fullback position, just didn't have any help, and Preston Daniel released. That was a called play from the sideline, no doubt about it. He was open. Just another missed opportunity.
Well, another split second to get that ball off.
Yeah.
That's a completion, and you're down inside the 10-yard line.
Open. He was wide open. Love the call. They're coming again. Here he is.
First down. He's securing the ball. Yeah, about the 3-yard line.
Hey, there's our man, Peter Nern. We told you. No, excuse me, that was Pennington. Matthew Pennington. Sorry.
But
Nice job, Penny.
Hey, he did not want to go down.
Hey, tough running by Penny. Nice catch and tough running after the catch. Nice pass by Hatcher. They had some pressure once again, and he's hung in the pocket just
He
long
did.
enough to get it out.
With pressure coming on him,
Yeah,
and you're a quarterback.
I didn't know if he'd get that off.
I didn't either. You're a quarterback. How hard is it to do that?
Well, he's got a strong arm. That certainly helps him. All right, Greenwood up the middle. Boy, they're just bringing so much pressure out. Greenwood in.
Wow, Greenwood for extra effort.
Oh, you got to call that, guys. That's a touchdown.
Well, he's down, it looks like about the 1-foot line. Maybe he's inside the 1-yard line.
All right, this is going to be our old favorite right here.
We got somebody, must have somebody down. But they've marked the ball down about the 1-foot-yard line. Who's
got some
down?
cramps. There's some cramps. Looks like maybe Coot. Yeah. I believe that's Coot. That's Britton. We talked about it just going both ways all night long. These guys.
Well, we got a lot of time left on that clock. You got 11 minutes left. I mean,
let's just pull out my phone and let's see what the temperature right now at 8:36. I just was wondering what time it was.
8:56.
8:56. It's 84 degrees.
What's the heat index?
I don't know that. If it's 84.
I got it right here. This is the kind of hard-hitting sideline reporting you need. 88 degrees on the heat index.
88 on the field.
Well, that's an 88 degree. That's 88 degrees heat index in the. We'll call it the ambient air.
Let's just say
that turf is
I'm looking
hotter
at this
than
spot.
88.
The nose is like touching white.
I don't know why they didn't call that. That's.
It is.
I have a problem with that.
I know why they didn't call it. They didn't call it anything all night.
Well, I just come on. We're going to waste a play here because we're going to run a quarterback sneak, and it's going to be a touchdown.
I name a play we've got. Name a call we've gotten all night.
It's a quarterback sneak. Give me a
When
break.
the center snapped the ball, it was a touchdown.
Exactly.
Right.
Why not call
the
that?
play.
Greenwood was in, and we have to run the play. All right, that's going to be.
They ran off a full 4 seconds. All right, 33-20.
I'm going to go ahead and put 21 on there. I'm hoping Evan Stuckey will kick this in.
It really doesn't matter. It's a 2-touchdown game at this point. Either way. Wow. We got a.
Tried to go for 2. We wanted to try to make up that difference, but Greenwood not able to get in. Just too much penetration. They have so many guys that they bring. It's all right.
Clayton, you got texted a photo of the position of the ball on the goal line, and literally, it's like they just decided that doesn't count. We're not going to give it to him. We're going to put it as close as we can to the goal, but not in.
Man.
But all right, 33-20. So you've got the Eagles need 2 touchdowns.
That's right.
You got 10:56. So in a game like this against a team like Houston, what that means we need is a turnover.
Let me tell you what we need. I just got a text from Ashley Nern. It said her mom's watching. So hello to her mom. What we need is for Peter Nern to take over this fourth quarter.
Well, we just talked about it. He's a leader.
We need an interception.
He's playing with some fire.
He is, and that's what we need him to step up, make some more offensive plays.
Clayton, that was a Darren Wilkes, Benny James touchdown. Called Darren Wilkes for AC, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. We're doing our own little pooch punt.
Ball's
Ball's on the
Ball's on the
ground.
ground.
That's a great kick. I think the Mustangs recovered it. But what a great kick. Catch them off sides.
Boy, he backed it up. Oh, we needed that ball, didn't we?
Yeah, that's a designed kick for that purpose. It's very similar to an onside kick.
Man, we needed that ball.
And the nice thing about it is it puts the ball back at right here at the 36-yard line, which is 35-yard line. That's more manageable than an onside kick.
We got that ball right there. That's a
different ball game.
We're thinking, wow. All right, Eagle D, let's toughen up. If you're at home, let's go. Help them out.
We got 20. We didn't get the extra point.
Yeah, you know what? I thought we were going to kick it, and we didn't.
That was some quick feedback from my wife.
Boy, great. All right, nice job.
That's the way to shut down the
run.
run.
He runs into a brick wall. Boy, nice job by Coot. Austin Hill wrestles him down.
It's 33-20.
Man, I'm glad I have my glasses.
You know what that is?
Yeah,
that's
bad eyesight.
Oh, that's an ECS teacher right there, Teresa Wilkins. That's right.
Thank you, Miss Wilkins.
That's right. They call her Miss Wilkins.
That's why I wear glasses. All right, 2nd down and 9. I imagine they'll go straight to Perry again. Quick pass. We can get outside here.
That same play.
Gosh, well, we got to get him down.
Well, that play's worked. It's worked tonight.
They're killing us. We got to just make a play. We're there. We're in position. We got guys diving and just throwing their bodies. We got to get him down. He's a big kid, tough to get down.
Well, if you're going to attack a weakness right now, we've got 2 starting secondary guys out, and that's a smart play on their part. Quarterback run.
Hey, we'll take that. That'll be a pickup of only 2.
Yeah.
Brendan, we really have 3 guys. You're looking at, Zach Baker, you've got Chris Weissman, you've got Tucker White. We got 3 guys in the defensive backfield that normally don't start.
Good athletes, going to be great players, but boy, that's a big. You got big holes to fill. Matthew McMeans and
great experience tonight.
Carson Gagnon.
This is not our season, right? This is an out-of-conference game, so this is only going to be. Who knows? We need these guys down the road. So what a great way to. You say baptized with fire, but
well, it shows. I mean, this is a great contest for our team. That was not a face mask.
They're hollering face mask up here.
They can't.
It's hard to mute our mics.
If you can hear, yeah, we're up here with the coaches, so we sometimes get the Houston coaches. If anybody's going to complain about officiating, it's not going to be them. I'm just going to tell you right now. There's not going to be a legitimate complaint about officiating.
We've had like 20 holds compared to them, if they were to say that. All right, we got 3rd down and probably 8.
Yeah, Houston's running a little slower, dragging up the line.
9 minutes to go and counting.
Smart football, but they're chewing up the clock. So big 3rd down play right here.
They're going to put it in the air. Nope. He'll get it. Wow, 1st down, nice running.
Good hard smash mouth run right there. Yeah, that's the same kind of run we saw out of Jalen earlier, running
Boy, we
for
needed
the stick.
that. Yeah, we needed that stop. Just almost a step slow reacting to that play. We've got to stop in the backfield.
Yeah, Houston's slowing it down a little bit. Letting the little clock run off.
About 19 seconds from the play clock.
You can run a lot. Nowadays you can run a lot of time off the clock with these play clocks. Well, not nowadays, but use the play clock well.
Number 4, Lincoln Perry.
You get 40 seconds on the play clock.
Nice job by Agapos to wrap him up in the middle.
You got 8:02 in the game. You got no timeouts. You got 40 seconds on the play clock. They can just chew up. If a team gets a couple of first downs, they can chew up a lot of clock.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you're going to see here tonight is, we need a turnover, and I don't think we're going to have an opportunity to get one because they're going to keep running the ball,
that's right.
and that guy's not going to put the ball on the ground.
Brandon, I'm sure you see a sense of urgency on the sideline.
Yeah, though the refrain on the sideline is still time, keeping the guys focused, keeping them engaged in this game and trying to obviously seize on the idea that it's not over yet. Obviously a 2-score game, but just trying to get them to buy in that there's still time and to keep the effort up.
Well, that last kickoff, if the Eagles recover that, it's a different ball game. So.
All right, 3rd and 5. Nice tackle that last play. Ethan Saunders met him as he spun around. I mean, he just slapped him right in his face mask. That was a pretty good thump by Saunders. All right, let's see what they draw up. They're going to be afraid. They're going to go deep. Weissman.
Oh, almost had him in the backfield. And he caught it inbounds. What in the world?
Well, we had him. Yeah. Just a little inexperienced, Britton. That's what that is. It's not used to that. That kind of.
Well, the receiver came back for the ball.
Right.
It was off screen, but he was well covered. He stopped and came back, and boy, quarterback had a split second to get the ball off. I mean, that's really what this game, Clayton, has been. It's been a game of just inches and split seconds.
Yep. Broken plays. He threw a broken play in this other end. Remember that big pickup?
Yep.
That was kind of a broken play. Let's give credit to Houston. They've made plays. They've made plays. Great job by the receiver that came back to the ball. Quarterback's in trouble. He came back. A lot of guys don't do that. So that's a great heads-up play by Houston. 6:04, 33-20.
Well, this is the 4th-ranked team in the state in the biggest division, right? With the biggest division?
That's right. They're in the 6A West, Region 7.
Yeah, 6A.
They're 3-0. Bartlett's 3-0. They play Arlington next week. It's going to be a strategic financial timeout by Houston. Bill Edwards, Chandler Gagnon, Hamp Holcomb, and Barrett Jones.
If you need wealth management assistance, who doesn't need wealth management assistance? I mean, I tell you who. People don't have wealth. That's it.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. But help plan for retirement. Plan. You and I both know this, and you're admittedly you're a better saver than I am, Clayton. I'm just going to be honest about that. But we've had a lot of conversations about this over the years. But there's just no substitute for starting early.
That's right.
You start early. You just put a little bit away when you think it's really insignificant. It's not insignificant when you need to retire 40 years later.
That's right.
You look at the stock market, the run it's had, this long recovery that we've had. If people started out in their job 8 years ago and put their money in the market and they kept putting it in, they've got something to show for it right now.
I mean, as their name implies, very strategic and save money.
So call the guys at Strategic Financial. Bill Edwards, Hamp Holcomb, Chandler Gagnon, and Barrett Jones.
Houston having a conversation here on the near sideline. 6:04 to play.
During the timeout, Coach Vogel, defensive coordinator, pleading with his guys 3 plays. Use good technique. Don't be giving in to getting tired, standing up, playing lazy. Exercise good technique over the next 3 plays. Give yourself an opportunity to make a play, block a field goal, and stay in the game.
Yeah. There have been very few plays where we've been out of position.
That's right.
I mean, we've been in the vicinity. We haven't made the play.
No, but I mean, the last touchdown they scored, we were absolutely in position.
Well, there's a post. Let's see what he does. Get him down. Nice job. There's Peter Nern. Great play by Nern to come up and get him down.
It should be about a loss of about 6.
He rolled out to hit side, number 1, but hit kind of went down there like he was blocking. I don't know if he knew that the ball was actually coming to him.
Maybe that was designed to be a quarterback run
Yeah,
with a little fake.
Regardless, that backs them up 5 yards, 2nd down and 15.
Well, that helps if you end up having to kick a field goal. If we can hold them here.
Yep. All right, they're going to have to burn another timeout.
Timeout on the field for the Mustangs.
Looks like the Mustangs had a little substitution confusion.
Britton, we're going to get back in conference play next week against North Point, which is going to be at North Point in South Haven. That game will be at 7 o'clock. We'll be live at 6:35. We're probably going to go with a Wi-Fi hookup again, so hopefully we'll have a little better reception. Last year we did. The week after that, we'll be back home. It'll be homecoming against another 6A foe, and that's Collierville. So we're going to kind of dip in and out of this 6A.
We talked about this, Coach Rodriguez, we talked about when he was here last year, he was creating this schedule. This Coach Adams didn't create the schedule. Coach Rodriguez did last year. He set these games in motion, and what he said was, we have got to play better teams. We got to find those guys that'll play us, and we got to play better teams, because if you play your non-region games against guys that are no competition, you don't get better.
Yeah.
The risk you take is you get injuries,
that's
what's happened tonight.
All right, handoff to Perry on the right side.
It looked like he tried to stay in bounds, but I'm not sure he was.
Let's see what they do. I'd love to
Well,
stop the clock.
they got the friendly. They got the friendly stay in bounds.
There's a lot of friendliness in the stadium tonight.
A lot of friendliness.
There's a lot of friendliness in this press box right now.
A silver lining of this.
He was not in. He was not in bounds. I mean, out of bounds. He was out of bounds. I just watched the replay. That's great. Well, it's 40 seconds, 33-20. I just watched the replay. His feet crossed the line before he slid.
All right, they're going to get him out. Well, hold on Austin Hill. My goodness.
No, it's not. Not here. Not tonight.
Number 4, Lincoln Perry with the ball.
That's right, but not tonight. That's
Golly. I mean, Brandon, I'm not sure if you saw that. He was right in front of you.
Did you see a guy with 2 fistfuls of jersey stretched out?
I'll just go with it.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, right in front of you.
Yes, I did.
My word.
Our best defender with 2 fistfuls of jersey, his jersey in somebody else's hand.
Not a fistful of dollars. That'd be Clint Eastwood.
That'd be nice, actually.
That'd be strategic financial.
I'd like a fistful of dollars right now.
Oh, that would be nice. All right, they're going to.
We're running out of time, Clayton.
We're running out of time. 4th down, they're going to try. I'm sure. I don't know what they'll do.
Even though we talked about the hold, what you could see clearly if you were watching the referee could see, but it wasn't. Anyway, whatever. But the Eagles still stopped him. So big stop. Big play by Andrew Nern.
Peter
not
Nern.
Andrew. Peter Nern, sorry. Big play by Peter Nern. It's a different Nern. Big play by his dad. Peter Nern on that first quarterback rollout, really moving them back and making them have to work for it. I mean, just making it hard on them. Running the guy out of bounds right here, even though they left him in bounds. But, they just continuing to fight, and I like that fight we're seeing. So you've got a big 4th down right here.
Well, if there's a silver lining in how much time Houston is taking on this possession, yes, they're dominating that right now, but it's allowing our guys to rest, and the storyline of the game has been the depth.
Yeah, no doubt. When it's 88 degrees and, a lot of guys down. All right, this guy's been a little shaky tonight. Let's see if we can't.
He missed an extra point. That's what you mean by shaky, and it was in the first quarter, I think.
He drilled
that was not
one.
shaky.
No.
That was right down the pipe.
All right, that'll be 36-20.
Yeah,
tell you
go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, what has been nice, Houston's got a great band. You can kind of hear them in the background. It's been nice to hear them tonight play.
Clayton, I want to say thanks to our sponsors, Scott House, Bank 3, Josh Regal, Regal Pharmalab, Vining Sparks, Memphis Children's Clinic, Jake Vargo, Sammy Reagan Millwork, Pediatric Dental Group, and Orthodontics. Thanks, Clayton. Darren Wilkes, Benny James. We just had a Tim Wilson Compliance Associates field goal. If you need some safety work in a industrial environment, call Tim Wilson. First down, sponsored by Sean Wilkins State Farm. Kevin Hertzke, Buff City Soaps as well.
All right, Chris Weissman's going to take this ball. Let's see what he can do.
Run right out to the 42-yard line, give us some great field position. And he's hurt.
And he's down.
Get that whistle, buddy. Get that whistle going. That does not look good.
No, he's holding his left knee.
Like his knee or his hamstring.
Tell you what, just had a night of just injuries. That's been the story of the night for sure, from the beginning to the end.
Well, it's the one thing you can't have happen when you play a bigger team.
Hopefully, we'll have Gagnon back. Maybe, I don't know. I'd love to get him back in 2 weeks. I would think next week we have a good chance of going to North Point and can still play a good game without him, but I'd love to get him back.
Gagnon may be out for a few games. Oh, he got a twist. I just watched the replay. Man. It's going to be twist on that knee or the ankle. It's not going to be good.
He sure did. Kind of came back. He went down.
He went down. His knee kind of went underneath him. Man.
Well, it's nice to see him walking off, though, on his own.
Chris Weissman. Well, thanks to the Houston training staff rushing out there as well.
You know, we talked about how long Weissman is. Maybe those long ligaments stretched him pretty good far. He'll be sore tomorrow, but hopefully he'll be able to get some treatment next week and be ready to go. All right, see what this offense can do one more time. We've got Dietrich Pennington, Josh Hartsuff, Josiah Tingley, Carlton Webster, Coot, Pennington, Arthur, Preston Daniel, tight end, Greenwood, tailback, Hatcher, your quarterback. Nice throw and catch, Pennington, 9-yard gain.
Just short of the first down. That's unfortunate because that doesn't stop the clock. You get another 2 yards, that clock stops. That costs about an extra 10 seconds.
All right, we're going to put Daniel, Pennington, and Nern up top. Hatcher just got to throw this away. Nice play by Hatcher. Don't take the sack. That'll bring up third down and short.
Stop the clock. We had 3 seconds roll off the clock. I mean, I'm not sure it matters, but that's just been happening all night. Bad spots, bad. 3 turnovers is what kills you.
Yeah.
3 turnovers and losing your key starters.
All right, third and short. See what Coach Adam dials up. Nice. That was a good spot, Britton. I believe we'll have that first down.
That's the first one we've gotten all night.
Yeah.
Pass complete. Result of the completion is a first
All right,
down.
first and 10 Eagles. Ball on the Houston side, 48-yard line. Nern, Pennington on this side. Arthur up top. Hatcher looking back. Hatcher got flushed. He'll get out of bounds. He'll
Good
pick
job
up 3.
getting out of bounds. That's heads-up play.
2:54 and counting.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, second down and 7.
Bring up
Stop the
second
clock.
down.
I bet you they got that spot right. Yeah, we haven't won. We haven't won the turnover battle tonight, and we haven't won the kicking game either. We've had some good kicks, some good placement. That first kickoff, but this, I mean, this. Nobody scored 20 points on Houston all year.
No, and they
without our best receiver.
We just came out and just ran it down their throat. Little wheel route to Greenwood on that left side. Nice play. That'll be a first down.
Coach Adams talked about that in our call this week. You remember that? He talked about the wheel route with McMeans.
Yep, that's
McMeans obviously out. So, I as you know, I played linebacker, and I hate the wheel route. I hate it.
Hard to pick up.
I played weak side linebacker, and, just think about somebody that's not as fast as Jalen. I was not as fast as Jalen. And that's what happens at the collegiate level. So you got to use your ankles, and you got to time it right. And so that the wheel route could give them some fits here if we can get it going.
All right, look like skinny post there, looking for Pennington, just a little bit short. Couldn't quite come up with it. I was saying a minute ago, we just ran it down their throat and then had them on the one, and that 95-yard run, it showed Houston, hey, we're still in this.
We can do this.
We can do this. You do that and you stop them there and make them punt, and then we do it again. Man, they're thinking,
went down and scored.
They're tucking their tail a little bit more.
Well, we marched down the field in the first possession, scored like we were playing a JV team.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they turned around 2 plays later and made us look like a JV team.
Yep. Same play, trying to hit Greenwood out of the backfield. That'll bring third down and 10, 2:33.
That'll bring up third down.
All right, 3rd and 10. Let's see what Coach Adams dials up here. Hatcher will stay in the shotgun. We'll get Austin Hill, kind of bring him to help block. Maybe get a little extra time. Nern Pennington down at the bottom. Arthur up top. Blitz from the corner blitz.
Great job by Hatcher getting the ball away under a lot of pressure. A good Houston defense. I mean, look at the size of those guys. So 4th down and 10, 2:23 left. Ball on the 32. Obviously, the Eagles were going for it. Down 16. Yeah, we went for 2 earlier and missed it.
Yeah.
If we'd have gotten it, it'd still be a 2-possession game. That's why you do that.
All right, we're going to leave Hill in the backfield, help with the blocking. Another corner blitz. Little miscommunication on that side between Hatcher and Arthur.
That's going to do it, Clayton.
That's going to do it, Britt.
That's going to do it. Good play call. Just well defended. You got to give credit to this. I mean, Houston, as we said, 4th-ranked team in the state in the biggest division.
That's right.
Good football team. But, a couple of breaks our way, and the touchdown that gets called back for I'm not sure what still.
Yep.
But, we got them pinned down on the 3-yard line. I mean, just a couple plays away.
Lost the kickoff.
So,
They pooched it when bounced off us.
Yeah, we had one that bounced off of them, and they fell on the ground and covered it. I mean, they were that close.
Just the opportunity
against a great football team.
As you said today, opportunity knocked. We just weren't quite there to answer the call.
Flag on the play.
No, neither team has any timeouts left, so the Mustangs had to take a delay game. Not that it matters.
Thanks to Chris Williams tonight for being on the stats, and thank you for MSC Millwork, the Sammy Reagan family, for sponsoring those stats. Chris was in the press box tonight, so he wasn't able to get up here beside us. We couldn't get those direct feeds like we have done in the past, but he has sent us these texts. Saunders will wrap him up, put him down. Agapo's right there with him.
You know, it's a big test for our football team, and honestly, Clayton, because of what we just talked about, you just take away a couple of plays, and this is a tie ball game. I mean, we're in the ball game. We're competing in this game. So
looks like Chris Weissman is back in the game, Britton. So he must.
Well, that's great news.
They put a little Mr. Miyagi on him. A little
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's
nice.
that? What's that balm they use?
I don't know.
That tiger balm.
He slapped his hands together, rubbed them, made them hot.
You put a little tiger balm in there and slap them together. You'll get on the field. That's what
Miyagi Go karate.
Yeah, that's what we need to put on Carson Gagnon, a little Mr. Miyagi on that ankle.
Well, I think great test for the Eagles. Let's talk about the positives from this. What do you take away? The first thing is the huge negative is huge injury potential here.
That's right.
Means and Gagnon.
Yep.
You know, if they're out 1-2 weeks, who knows? If they're out longer, I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Gagnon.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully he'll be back in a week or two.
Yeah.
I don't know. If he's out the season, that's like catastrophic.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
Six touchdowns in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
That says enough.
That's what
right
you
there.
lose, yeah. So we lost that threat tonight. Now we have other receivers that are capable, but you know, you lose one of your best players. He was the equivalent of what Dawson Williams was to this team the last 2 years. Of course, last two years you had he and Dawson.
Ball out.
Flag on the play.
All right, looks like ECS recovers. Peter Nern comes up with it.
They're going to call a penalty.
Yeah, I think that's on Houston.
I don't think so. Unsportsmanlike on the Eagles. Another turnover negated.
You know, I do remember, I don't remember a whole lot of penalties on Houston tonight. I mean, false starts, just self-imposed, but nothing that.
Clayton, there was the targeting hit on Peter Nern. Oh, wait.
Oh, no.
Wait. Never mind. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think
Is this thing on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh,
yeah,
we
we heard you.
Sorry, we're still on.
I'm trying to stay positive here, Brandon. It's hard, but I'm trying. You know, just play a good Houston football team, and it's always hard to lose, even to a team that, you know, you look at the size of these schools, the amount of athletes they have. You know, this team's we're not supposed to compete with these guys, but we did. This is like a Hoosiers. You know, no school this small has ever been to the state championship.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to come in here as ECS and play the fourth-ranked team in the state in the tallest division.
All right, Houston's going to get in that victory formation as they all get this last 15 seconds and counting off the clock. They'll meet in midfield. The Eagles will come out to.
That's the first loss for the Eagles this season, so they'll be 3-1. Of course, this loss doesn't count against them. What it does do is hurt us with the injuries. But you see, there's just a lot of heart. As we talked about, a couple of plays away from being absolutely in this ball game. You know, a touchdown gets called back. You get a couple of tackles where we had guys, just couldn't bring them down, wrapped them up against a really good football team. So it's you know, the Eagles will watch this. They'll watch this film and see what they can learn from it. Hopefully we can get some guys healthy over the week.
Well, if not, I mean, I think the biggest positive, the biggest takeaway is the fact that when you do have players go down, other guys have to step up. And at the end of this season, we've got to have young guys to play, and they're going to need them next year. So you got to get Zach Baker to play. You got to get Tucker White to play. You got to get Chris Weissman to play. You know, you got to get Griffin Garrison to play. These guys have got to step up and start getting some minutes. That's not from a blowout against Harding.
Yeah. Against a real competitor.
And those guys made mistakes all night tonight.
And they were playing against a real competitor.
That's right. That's how you learn. You'll watch film on that and you'll get better. That's how we all did it. You know, those guys are young, 10th grade. I mean, you know, I
I
talked
didn't
about
play
it.
in 10th
we
grade.
were playing. I mean,
I didn't start in 10th grade at ECS.
We were lucky to get on the kickoff team. I mean,
I didn't start.
we made the kickoff. We were thinking, man, kickoff. Okay, we kick off 4 times. That'll be 4 quarters. I'll get 4 quarters. I need 16 quarters to letter. Okay, I might get a letter.
Letter this year.
You know, a letter. Oh, wait. I'm going to hold for field goals. That's one more chance to get out there. You know, so these guys are actually. They're on the field playing. So that's
great competitors, great athletes. So good job by those guys.
Thanks, Michael Stoker. Appreciate you, buddy.
Let me say thanks to our sponsors, Buff
Yeah.
City Soap, Kevin Hertzke, Tim Wilson, Compliance Associates, Sean Wilkins, State Farm, Strategic Financial Partners, Darren Wilkes of the Benny James Company, Pediatric Dental Group and Orthodontics, Sammy Reagan Millwork, MSC Cabinets, Scott House with Bank 3 and all the Bank 3 family, Josh Regal with Regal Pharma Lab, Vining Sparks and Memphis Children's Clinic, Jake Vargo. So Clayton, a great Houston football team tonight. Great effort by the Eagles. They never gave up. They fought hard. They kept their heads. I mean, key injuries, key leaders go down, both offensively, defensively, with guys playing both ways, McMeans and Gagnon, and yet they continued to fight, you know, with the onside kick, with all the way down to the very end, and I appreciate that about our guys.
We went toe-to-toe.
We did.
I mean, we went.
This is a great football team.
I mean, it was a toe-to-toe fight. I'm happy. I wish we'd have won the game. Coach Adams would probably say the same. Wish we'd have won, but he loved their attitude.
Well, I wish we wouldn't have had any turnovers.
That's
you know,
right.
no
Yeah,
injuries,
I know
no
you hate
turnovers.
That's the thing. It's hard to you do that and you shoot yourself in the foot. That's the thing that. I mean, you know, that's football. We talk about it. That's the name of the game. So. All right, well, from Germantown, Tennessee, on the campus of Houston High School, we're going to send this on out. Thanks for joining us tonight, wherever you are. Join us next week, 6:35. We will be in South Haven, Mississippi, on the campus of North Point High School as the Eagles take on the Trojans. Good night.